Here we go. Hey, what's up? What's up, Facebook world? This is Troy McKnight coming back at you again tonight. And I got another powerhouse, my friend Justin. Justin is actually going to share his story with you guys. I started following Justin because he's putting out so much powerful content. I'm really attracted to people that's out here trying to make it happen, but not only make it happen for themselves, but make it happen for others. So tonight, I got a leader on here, guys. I got a guy that's going to drop a lot of value that I'm sure if you apply some of the things that he shared with you guys, it'll not only take your business to the next level, but it'll take your life to the next level. So Justin, brother, share a little bit about yourself, your story. How entrepreneur, bro.
Yeah, entrepreneur, trying to make it. I always say that. I try to humble myself, man. But my story is pretty much just the same like everybody else's, I think, right? For the most part, I've had a few businesses in the past. They weren't really that successful. And then, and those were like brick and mortar businesses. And then, one day my brother, he gave me the opportunity. He said, hey, man, why don't you come work for me at the gym? I said, okay. Went back over there to a gym, fell in love with it, started selling memberships, rose up to become a gym manager. But, the funny thing, it's the same old story, man. I was helping people change their lives, and it was a great feeling. But, the funny thing is they would come in and they were like, hey, Justin, I got to do my cardio tonight because, I'm going to go out tonight. And I'm sitting there stuck at work. You know what I mean? And I'm helping them change their lives so they can go live their life. And I was like, man, I got to do something different because I don't want to keep putting in all these hours and not living my own life. Right. So anyways, just like everybody else, I because I had that feeling, people were coming around me and I got sold on network marketing, and which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I got sold on it and I loved it. I loved the idea of it. But I was sitting there and I think I go through this same mental process as a lot of marketers, right? And it's like, man, I really want to put more time into my business. If I just didn't have this job, man, I could put all my effort into my business and I could be successful. And I'm not gonna lie, some people can make that happen. For Justin, he didn't have the right mindset, right? So I watched Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins said, if you want to take the island, you burn the boats, right? So I was thinking, all right, that's it. I'm going all in. So I quit my job, took off with network marketing, and then in a few months, I lost my car, man. Lost my car, man. I had a decision to make. It was either between my car or rent, and my car said it was gone. So, anyways, long story short, man, basically, I got in love with network marketing. I got in love with affiliate marketing. I started to change my mindset, right? And lo and behold, I went from this mentality of I got to give it my all and I got to just sell, to over time, no, I got to build and help. And I also got to work on myself. It's the little cliches that we hear all the time, work harder on yourself than you do your job and all those things. But all those little cliches started really creeping in and started to make sense. And I started to apply it. And then that brings me fast forward to meeting you. And now we're here today conversating and doing this live.
And the thing about it is, Justin, as people tuning into this, man, it's all about connecting with people. Like you said, your mindset changed. It was a shift. Even myself, when I first got into business, and I was actually kind of lucky because I did pretty well, right? But then that company went out of business, and then I went to my second company, and I didn't do so well. You know what I'm saying? I thought I can go in there just telling people, hey, we're gonna make a lot of money, you're gonna be rich. Everybody I was talking to, I was trying to prospect and sell, right? I was trying to sell my product. I was trying to get customers. Well, guess what? People weren't trying to hear it. And in the beginning of that company, man, for myself, I really struggled big time. You know what I'm saying? So what I did is, just like yourself, I kind of, slowed down, and I really started working on myself. I started going to events. I started buying books. Lisa was telling me today that we had to buy a new bookshelf because our bookshelf is full, right? And every other day seemed like books coming in because that's the way. And I think, man, a lot of people get it all wrong, Justin. I think that they think that they got to sell. And I truly believe that the more valuable you put in the marketplace, the more you're willing to help others. Some kind of way, man, God just make it boomerang right back around to you.
Yep. Well, and people fall into a couple of categories, right? Because they see other people saying, okay, give value. So they do two things, right? They're either giving tons of value But it's coming from, well, they're actually giving so much value to where they're not getting the return right away. And so they feel like maybe value is not the way to go, right? Because sometimes giving out value is a slow process. But we're going to talk about that missing link in a little bit, which me and you have already kind of gently crossed over it. But there's a missing link when you're giving all this value, right? But the other problem is people are just still focused on the sell. And so they're giving this value, but once again, it's just not coming from a good heart. You know what I mean? It's just giving value because, well, I was told that this is just to attract people and to make a sell. And you just said it best, right? It's not really about sales. It's just giving value and connecting with people and helping them pull them along the journey, along your journey, but also pulling them along to what is going to help them get to where they want to go. And as you're getting that value, you'll attract those people to you, but you still have to lead with the right heart.
Powerful. I mean, guys, just like I reached out to Justin, I already knew Justin was doing something because I've been following him. I've been liking his content, but I didn't reach out to him to try to recruit him or get him involved in anything I had going on. I was reaching out to Justin to figure out a way I can give more value to him and we can collaborate and help each other by putting more value in the marketplace. See, I think a lot of times you could partner up with people. They could be doing something completely different companies. And as you guys been following my journey, as I do these Facebook Lives, only on Thursday, I have somebody on that's in business with me. Most of the time, I'm actually on a Facebook Live with a friend, and we having a conversation about how to make you better, how to make you go after your dreams with everything you want, and you just want to give you guys tips. So Justin, talk about the mindset a little bit, because I think, I bring that up a lot, but I think that's the key, man, to, creating success.
Yeah, and I was sitting here while you were talking, wondering how we can do it, because there's so many things to talk about, and I really want to just kind of, package it in one little thing if I can give you the best advice tonight. But I would say this, though. The way that, like, the successful people, I should say, the 1%ers, they call it, right? How they think is like this. They usually have a thought. That thought will create a feeling. That feeling will then drive the actions, which will then drive the results, right? The problem is that we tend to focus on the result first, and then from the result, we get those thoughts going, right? So, and I'll paint an example, right? So let's say that we're looking at our results and we're saying, man, I can't make a sale, right? Let's say you join a business already and you're going gung-ho. You're like, man, I can't make a sale. Well, instantly that thought that's going to come in is going to say, I must be missing something, right? Well, when you say I must be missing something, what kind of feeling you think you're going to have? Inadequacy, lack of self-confidence. So then what kind of actions do you think you're going to take from that point? You think you're going to go out there and you're going to help people today? No, you're basically going to sit there and follow other people, jump from company to company, buy a course, buy a training, think that you're missing something, hopping on from webinar to webinar to webinar when you could have been using that time to go out there, make a connection, help people, and better your business, right? So, what we got to do is we got to start with our thoughts, and that thought has to be towards our goals, not our current results and what's going on. It's got to be towards our goals. But once you have those thoughts, well, then guess what? It's going to produce different feelings. That feeling of, I feel confident, I feel good, I want to go out there and help people. Now, when you feel like that and you come to Facebook or Instagram, whatever social media platform you want to come from, what kind of actions do you think you're going to take in your business then? It's a whole nother ballgame. And the funny thing is that sometimes those actions might be the same. But I laugh because what happened between me and you, man? I remember I was commenting, and then you said, "Hey, man, we should talk sometime." And instantly, what did I do? I gave you my phone.
You messaged me the number.
I messaged you the number.
What did I do, Justin?
Called me up. Said, okay, cool. And it happened that quickly because we were both on the same level where it's just like, hey, we're going to pass up our phone number. But what I'm saying is because we both have changed our thoughts and we're in that mindset of helping and not trying to take from each other. And it was so funny because when we both talked to each other, we said, hey, I'm not trying to sell you. You go, hey, I'm not trying to sell you. It's like, we knew. We were like, hey, man, we're not trying to do that. We're trying to connect, and we're trying to see how we both can grow together. And that it all starts with the thought process, man.
And I mean, that's the key. If you would have messaged me, or I wouldn't have returned your call six months ago. I'm just a completely different person. And the crazy thing about it is, Justin, I did, and I know you do challenges because you just wrapped up a 3-day challenge. I don't think people understand how powerful challenges is at any different level, at any given level, right? I'll tell you a little bit about my story. I got involved in this company, and when I first got involved, I put quite a few people in. It's on the wellness side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing more. Hanging up my son. Hold on, Justin. My son was trying to call me, so you lost me right there.
You're good.
Anyway, but when I first got in this company, it was on the wellness side, so it was something completely different than what I've been doing, right? So I tried to kind of do it the way I had been doing it in the past, but and I was kind of playing with it. Just to be truthful, I was kind of serious, but not really serious. I hadn't made that 100% commitment. I hadn't committed that, you know what, man, I'm going to blow this thing up no matter what, right? So I did a 14-day challenge with Ray Higgins. And after that 14-day challenge, everything changed. Just like you talk about that feeling where you had that bleep in yourself, you got something that can help other people. And that's what we're talking about even here. Now, forget it, you ain't talking about my company. I'm just talking about the shift myself, how I shift, how everything changed for me. One of my friends told me not too long ago, he said, Troy, you're a completely different person than you was, 60 days ago. And I said, yeah, man, if I was the same, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Talk a little bit about them challenges and how you do challenges and stuff with your team.
Well, yeah, the challenge is to build camaraderie a little bit, but also to just to give that helping hand and everything, and to spark maybe something in them that they're missing. There's a multiple reasons as to why we're doing challenges and why they're so powerful. But I will tell you this: if you do find a challenge, do it anyways. And here's the reason why. Bob Proctor says there's two ways to change a paradigm, right? And we were just talking about mindset and your thoughts and everything. So two ways. There's the emotional way, right? Which, have you ever seen somebody that got into a major car wreck and then next thing you know, they found God and they're giving their life to God and their whole life changed? Well, it's because they had this big, huge emotional connection. Or you find somebody that falls in love and next thing you know, they stop being themselves and they start being the other person. They found an emotional connection. Well, a lot of times that emotional spark won't come. So what's the second way to change? Repetition. And so when we do these challenges, sometimes these people hear the same stuff, but then, next thing you know, they hear something a little bit different, or it sets in. It's kind of like when you read a book, right? You read a book, and depending on the feeling at that moment when you're reading, you probably glanced over that page and didn't catch all the information. But then you go back and you read that chapter again, and it's like, man, wait a minute, I totally missed this, because you're hitting it with a new perspective, different mindset, whatever it is, right? So that's why we do the challenges, to really rev it up with people. So one, it's motivation. Two, it's repetition. So they'll start to change. So maybe, and plus the camaraderie and the community, hopefully something will click inside them. And what do? Take action, which is what we want to do. Not that massive action of desperation, that massive action of growth. You know what I mean? Because I've had the massive action of desperation, right? It's just like me and you were just saying right now, right? When we had to make a sale, we were probably taking massive action, but we were scaring everybody off, right? Spamming everybody, hustling them, you know what I mean? Swindling them. And it's not because we're rude people. I could tell just meeting you, you're a great guy. You're a nice guy. So you didn't do it purposely. It's just at the time you were thinking survival, right? And so when we get out of that mindset, we start helping. It's just a different story, man. It's just a different story.
So my thing of it is, Justin, and what I always tell people, and I know you do affiliate marketing and you do the little network marketing too, is one of the hardest things that I have is to convince people that they're not selling the company, they selling themselves. Nobody buys a company until they believe in you, and what do you got to say about that, Justin? Because I mean, that's like a big thing, man. I get on Facebook and I can tell the difference between the amateurs and the professionals. When I get on your Facebook, I have no idea what you're doing. Honest thing I know is you're putting value out. So, what kind of tip could you get that type of person?
So I hope right now everybody's tuning in, because I'm about to drop one of the biggest nuggets everywhere, okay, that a lot of people got to pay a lot of money for. So anyways, we're about to drop a big nugget for you, okay? So here's the thing. You are selling yourself. You're very right? But let's put it like this. If you're selling a specific product, like just a specific product that you're just trying to push that particular product, you might want to find your target audience that are most likely going to take that product, and I get it. But when you're joining something like a make money offer or an opportunity or recruiting or a coaching or anything like that, guess what you're doing? You're selling yourself and you're looking for drum roll, please, people like yourself. Your ideal client is you. Your ideal client is you. It's only you, but one step behind where you are now. So
Hold on before you go farther, Justin, because I don't think they get that. You know, one of my first mentors told me, because I was like, man, I got to get some leaders. I got to get some leaders. And you know what she told me? You got to become a leader first before you can attract a leader.
Yep.
I hope they getting that, because that's what
I hope they get it. I'm telling you that they don't understand. I've had to pay a lot of money just to learn this. You're looking for people like you. That's what it is. They're just one step behind you and they don't even know it yet. Right. And it makes sense, right? When I sit there and I share, or I'm branding me, right? We talk a lot about branding, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of veering off of your question there. But when we're talking about branding, we're really selling ourselves. Well, okay, Justin lost his car in 2016. Justin has a daughter. Justin had to make a decision, all that good stuff. I'm going to connect with people like yourself who went through that same struggle or who has family and all that. I'm going to connect with them a lot faster than that 18-year-old out there that living in mom and dad's house and they just want to make extra money. Right? Because if I sit there and I go to Facebook and I say, hey, who wants to make money today? Well, duh, everybody and their mama wants to make money. That we already know that. It's just who's going to actually feel you to say, hey, you know what? Justin really feels me. Justin's connecting with me. That's who I'm going to roll with. So I guess I kind of tiptoed around your answer. You got to be branding you, because it's not about the company, man. It's not about the company. It's just about connecting with the individual and taking them on the journey and helping them get from A to B, right? The company is just the vehicle. And we can even dive into that deeper. You start branding the company everywhere, well, then guess what? Man, they're going to come to your page. They're going to see the company. They're going to go to Google, and then they're either going to join on Google or they're going to see some YouTube video calling it a scam, and you done lost them. You didn't lost them.
Or they might find a stronger leader.
Or that. That's so funny. So in 2014, 2016, I joined a company called MCA. Doesn't matter. We don't need to get into it. It's just there was a guy that was paying like premium price to make sure the MCA, his website was above the actual MCA website. He was paying for Google ads. Now then, everybody that went out there and branded the company and they went and Googled it, his ad would be number one.
Wow.
So literally, and there was no wonder why he was the top salesman of the company, because he already had Google number one. So like, not only was regular traffic going there, but then everybody that was marketing and branding MCA rather than themselves, they were losing it to him, man.
But for him, that's a smart marketer.
Smart marketer. Yeah.
I think a lot of times what happened, Justin, it happened to me when I first got in the industry. Like I said, I did well because of the people I was working with. I was working with a lot of professional athletes. So they already had a brand. People wanted to be a part of what we was doing because of the football players, the basketball players. And then we went to another company and it wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Mm. But I think a lot of people forget the part about networking. They don't understand that they constantly got to be building relationships. And then they got to learn how to market. If you really want to make some serious money, especially like in today's time, I feel they have to learn how to market. And I know you're a marketer because I've been following your stuff. And in order to do affiliated marketing, which you do that too, you got to understand marketing. So could you give them maybe some tips on marketing?
As far as marketing goes, I'll tell you what, I'll keep it a little bit general, but then I'll just talk about Facebook since we're primarily on Facebook anyways. But the whole idea of marketing, this is the way I look at it, okay? Everybody can be a promoter. Not everybody can be a marketer. Now, I don't mean to discourage people when I say that. I just mean that the majority are going out there promoting, hey, I got this product, you should buy, right? That's just promoting. That's just saying, hey, I got something today. Like a sale, right? Like whenever you have a sale going on, you say, hey, this is on sale. That's promoting. Marketing is catering to the benefit, right? Marketing, to me anyways, is catering to the benefit of whatever you're doing, right? Wow. So if you put it like this, if I do have a product that helps women or men lose weight, right, and it's a pill, promoting says, hey, I got this product, you should buy. Marketing to me goes to the benefit and saying, hey, don't you want to lose a little weight? Has this pandemic kind of been putting you like Like, have you been getting bigger? Have you been getting pudgier? Have you been drinking more because of this pandemic because you're staying home all the time? Man, that's something that people can relate to. So to me, that's marketing. And I rather market than promote. Now, when it comes to Facebook necessarily, right? All we're doing is we're taking that and we're just applying it to our posting and the people that we're connecting with. We're just selling the benefit. We're marketing the benefit. So when I even make my post, man, I'm just talking about, struggles, pain points that people that can relate to me go through, right? A lot of times people don't even know this. They're my own pain points that at one time I faced. Because remember, I'm trying to market to someone who's like me, but a step behind me. So because I suffered from it, I'm sure whoever's reading this is going to suffer from it, right? And that's where we get to the point of forget those courses that sit there and just say, oh, you should get engagement. Well, what's good is 300 likes if you can't make a sale. But
well, I saw that, Justin. I laughed at one of your posts big time. You had put on there, everybody worried about likes, and you got 300, 400, 500 likes, but ain't no money going in your bank account.
Yeah, because they're just playing to the field, and we'll talk about a little bit more about commenting and stuff when we get into the skills a little bit. But basically, what I'm trying to get at is I'm just
I lost.
Yeah, sorry about that. Somebody was trying to call me. Anyways, I'm just looking for the people that are understand or like that I can relate to with those pain points, right? So let's say what I'm getting at is if I only get like 20 likes, but 3 people reach out and say, "Hey, Justin, you know what you said today, man, I feel that." That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I want. I want those 3 people. I didn't make those posts for like the 100 people that just flew by it and said, "Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Justin. Hey, thank you. Guess what? Good morning." You can say that at a coffee shop. That's just a natural thing to say. You know what I mean? I want you to sit down. I want you to talk to me. Let's try to solve something. You know what I mean? So I made that post today for those 3 people that came out to me.
And that's powerful, Justin, because I want you to think about it. I mean, I go to your post, I say good morning, good one, or whatever, right? But I leave something else. But when people like follow me all the time, one of the things I do is if I see and they consistent and I go to their page and I see they putting out value, I always say, let's connect. And, I give them my number. And a lot of times I give people my number and I tell them right up, man, I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I just want to connect with you because I like connecting with other entrepreneurs. But I think a lot of entrepreneurs don't even understand that you got to connect. You got to network because it's no way you can build a business if you scared of this thing right here. Because you got to, there's no way. People want to talk to people.
Yep. People want to talk to people. And I'll put it like this. I'm not really saying anything new, but I'm just saying, mark my words, for 2020, 2021, what is going to show out more is just being authentic and genuine. Okay. Because the marketplace is tired of this. For anybody that's brand new to this game or been in the game for about 6 months or a year, you got to understand something. Back in 2014, if you just put it on Facebook, people were buying. Okay. And that's where that slogan, that whole fun and games, like, well, it must be true if it's on the internet. That's where that came from because people were just buying. Well, then you go to 2016, 2017, it was all about Lambos, beachfront properties. I'm balling out of control. I'm living the laptop lifestyle, right? That's what was selling. Now, people are tired of that. They don't care. And you know what? I've been doing something that I don't really see that many other people doing. Some marketers are getting hit to this whole leaving a comment. And listen, I'm not perfect, man. Sometimes, depending on the post, I might just leave a quick comment too. It's coming from love. But there's other times where I'll leave a real long comment. And guess what? They message me or they come to my page because they're like, wow, everybody else was saying good one, good one, good one. And this guy leaves me like, 5 lines, a paragraph. Like he's speaking from the heart and they feel that and I'm just being authentic. You know what I mean?
You're being yourself. And, one of the things, that's what one of my mentors was actually teaching on that last week about when you leave comments, leaving from the heart. Basically the same thing you said. Anybody can say good morning. And I've done that several times too, where it's somebody I've been following and I leave a comment and it'll be like 3-4 sentences. And man, they go right to my message. Hey, Troy, I really appreciate this, blah, blah. I like your content, man, I really appreciate the encouraging words because you gotta make that connection. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you got to set yourself apart from everybody else out there. I'm actually, Justin, I reach out to like a lot of ladies and I try to get them on do Facebook Lives and stuff, right? But a lot of them are really like afraid to. And they don't understand that, when you look at network marketing, the industry is made up of more women, right? But just like you said, people got to get a little bit uncomfortable and actually do stuff like this because they'll start attracting people to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why so many people are so afraid of it. Are you still there, Justin?
Looks like I lost you.
No, I can hear you. You hear him? I see you, bro. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. I can hear you good.
Dang, I can't hear you. I don't know what happened.
Did you unplug your mic? Did you unplug your microphone, your speaker? Hold on, guys. We're gonna get this back going.
This was rolling good, but now all of a sudden I can't hear a thing that you're saying. I don't know what happened.
Hold up, Justin. 1 minute. Hold on, guys. Let me call him real fast. We'll get this straightened out. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to call him real fast. Oh, yep. I'm going to call you. I'm calling you.
Hello?
Hey, Justin.
Hey.
Close your window and then hit that link again. It'll come back in. Some kind of way we lost sound.
Okay. Sorry about that, man.
No problem. Hey, guys, I hope you guys are getting a lot of value from this, man. Justin is actually going to come back. I think he unplugged his headphones, and when he unplugged his headphones, he couldn't get his signal back. But I truly hope you guys are getting a lot of value from this because he's actually giving you guys some great tips, man, on how to really take yourself to the next level by using the power of social media. Like I said, guys, if you would have came to me maybe like, I'm going to say maybe like 90 days ago, from 90 days from where I was, I'm a completely different person. And the reason why, it all started with like a challenge. I did a 14-day video challenge with Ray Higgins. But during these 14 days, he gave us steps to do. And one of the steps was to actually shoot a video every day. And here comes Justin, he coming back. And from shooting that video every day, I started doing that and everything started to change. Hold on. Are you there, Justin?
Yeah, I'm there. I don't know what happened. Like, I couldn't just hear you all of a sudden.
Oh, you back, bro. You remember where you left off at?
Not exactly. Oh, we were talking about no, you got to refresh.
Yeah, we were talking about like standing out on Facebook. How
standing
you
out on Facebook. Yeah.
Sometimes you leave a paragraph for a comment and stuff to really set yourself apart from everybody else versus the good morning stuff or happy Tuesday, happy Friday.
Yeah. I mean, and that's not knocking it, and we all get into it, and I get it. It's a habit. Like, we're all taught, warm up your engagement before you post and all that, and I totally get it. But if you will take that extra 5 minutes just to slow it down and connect with a little bit, you'd be surprised. And the funny thing is you can go to my page, and I've actually gotten there's some posts I got 40, there's some posts where I got 100, there's some posts where I got 300 likes. Guess what? I haven't even been engaging as much as I used to. But where my success is really coming from is the ones that I do engage with or comment on, they're very, very genuine and they're from the heart. And then I spend all day in Messenger. And so it just naturally just builds up my my Facebook wall.
And I think they missed that because that's crazy because we are kind of alike. Because I spend most of my day in Messenger too. I'm not even on Facebook as much, in the morning. And I think people don't understand Facebook. A lot of times I see people post like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day. And I try to tell my team, you can post in the stories as many times as you want. Yes. But posting a lot of posts on Facebook, on your news feed, on your wall is not really that good. So I post like once in the morning, and then I usually do a Facebook Live in the evening. And but my time is in Messenger. And why is your time so much in Messenger? Why are you in Messenger so much?
Because that's what sales are made. That's what sales are made. I mean, like at the end of the day, I still want to make money.
Hey, bro, I thought maybe you just wanted to give value and just be strolling on Facebook and looking at everybody else and showing them love and stuff and getting more likes for yourself.
Nah, I don't want to sit and look pretty. And if no saying looking pretty and not getting paid, you know what I mean? So, nah, but but Messenger, that's where the money really is. It's just connecting, is getting to know people, and it goes back to the reason why I agree with you on the posting and everything. But remember, I make my content to touch the pain points of the people, and then I talk to them in Messenger. So if they do go to my page, one, they're gonna see me in Messenger, so they're gonna say, okay, this guy, he's a pretty decent guy, he's pretty cool, he didn't try to pitch me, he's just trying to get to know me. And then boom, they go over to my Facebook page because they want to know what I'm about, and then they catch that one post that just talked to them and hit them right in the gut. Wow. Now they're coming back to Messenger, and because we already started a dialogue, they feel comfortable enough to say, hey, Justin, I saw that post, man. I saw that post and it talked to me.
Wow, and check it out. I mean, that's powerful, Justin, and that's exactly how it works for me. I'm in Messenger. I'm connecting with people. Some people I'm hitting them up about business that I used to know or whatever, right? But what I notice is I'm trying to hit them pain points, which I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving them stuff that they deal with, but that I dealt with in the past, right? Yep. But a lot of times when they go to my Facebook page and they see a video like this, right, or they scroll down and they see the videos. Then they'll come back and in Messenger, oh, man, Troy, you're so powerful, man. I really want to connect with you. And I get the number. But when I first get that number, I don't go right into sales because just like me and you, when we first connected over the phone, I started asking you questions, you know what I'm saying, trying to get a feel to see, hey, man, how can I help you? And that applies for business, too. I think a lot of times, when people get on a phone with somebody or they start typing on the keyboard, they just sell. And they scare the person, and they're not really when you just looking to make a sale like that, man, you just worried about yourself. You're not worried about the person that's on the other end of that phone or the other end of that keyboard. The most important when you're making a sale, the most important person is the person you're trying to get to buy from you. But you got to give them some kind of value where they will want what you have to offer. What do you think about that, Justin?
No, I certainly agree. And this goes back to what we just talked about. It's all plays back to mindset, which, 80% of this game is mindset, 20% is the other mechanics and everything. But one, we talked a lot tonight about helping people, right? And I know that's like probably beating a dead horse. Everybody knows that. But here's the other thing. Are you raising your standards and actually, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Making sure that you want to even work with this person. Right? And that goes back to mindset too. When I'm just looking for a sale and looking for the money, I'm willing to just take anybody's money. But for me, I sell like coaching and all that other stuff. And I know you do the same thing. You coach your people. So you got to think about it like this. Do you want to work with that person? My brother, like when we were managing the gyms, right? I would have some people that were really, really good. I had some people who were a nightmare. And then he would always make a joke. He would say, hey man, choose your headache. Choose your headache. Which one do you want? Choose your headache. You know what I mean? You want a small headache or you want this one that's just pounding and pounding and pounding away? So this all goes back to mindset and just making sure that you're set up with confidence, right? So one, I'm calling you because I want to help you and you're calling me wanting to help me. But then we're also vetting each other. One, do we even have an offer to offer this person? Number two, do we even want to make an offer to this person? This guy might be like totally crazy. Like, nah, I'm good, man. Like, I don't need your money. I don't need that headache.
Yeah, because, and that's one of the best things about what we do, Justin. We get to choose who we want to work with.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, but I didn't know that in the beginning.
Oh, me either. Hey, man, you know what? I just wanted to sign everybody I can sign. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And you know what? I did bring in some headaches before. People I got to call every day, or they calling me every day complaining, man, Troy, why this ain't like it is? The website should have a picture over here. You should call me more. You should, man, that is like a beat down, Yep. So what I've learned is, and just like you're going to start attracting the right people, guys. And you're going to have so many people coming at you if you do this right. If you do what Justin is explaining to you guys to do today about the Facebook marketing, about spending your time in Messenger, about giving value, I promise you're going to have people starting to reach out to you wanting to work with you. And that way you can select who you want to work with and who you don't want to work with. And nothing against nobody you don't want to work with. They might just not be a match for you. They might have to find somebody else that they line up with. You see what I'm saying? But it becomes much easier when you do it that way.
Exactly. And so, and the way to get around all that is number one, work on your mindset, like we've been talking about tonight. But two, write down your ideal person, write down your qualities, write down the people that you want to work with. That way, it already goes in tune with the mind of who you want to work with, right? Like for me, if people don't believe in mindset, I kind of don't want to talk about them. You know, I don't really want to talk to them. Now, when I say mindset, I'm not saying you got to think about the law of attraction or have a religious belief. You know, if you do, that's great. But if you don't, okay. But I at least want you to understand that mindset is important, right? Because otherwise, when you call me up and you say, "Hey, Justin, I'm struggling right now," if I got no way to communicate with you, then I'm not going to be able to lead you down the path, and therefore we're not going to get to the goal together. You know what I mean? Because like if I sit there and say, "Hey, let's just say I was talking to you and I said, "Hey, Troy, did you do your DMO today, daily method of operation?" Right? You're going to probably say, "Well, nah, I didn't do everything I was supposed to today." Okay, well, why not? You're going to come up with some excuses, right? But we both know that's mindset. Now, if I can if I can talk to you about that, great, then we can move past it. But if I can't, and you're only focused on the activities and why this isn't working, it's going to be hard, man. It's going to be a long road.
And you know what it is too, Justin, and I know you probably ran into it before in the past, is the accountability.
Yep. Well, accountability is everything, and that's why it's every step of the way. It's writing down or it's getting the right mindset, writing down your ideal client, and then giving you the activities. And I do it in that order. And people always wonder why, because they're so used to just wanting the activities. No, Justin, what do I got to do on Facebook to make the money? Well, hold up. We got to get the foundation right first. That way I can hold you accountable. Because 9 times out of 10, if I say, "Hey, go talk to 25 people a day," and then I can say, "Hey, how many people did you talk to?" Well, I talked to 5. Well, I already know. I can backtrack. Okay, where's the mindset? Where's the ideal client at? Do you know what you're doing? You know what I mean? And that's how I can continue to hold you accountable.
And even on the mindset, if you reach out, that's if you are working with a person, you tell them to go talk to 25 people, and they talk to 25 people, but they don't have a mindset, they're not going to even get no sales out of the 25 people. They're not going to make no connections, because it all starts with the mindset. Because the way God made us is kind of like really great, because we feed off each other's vibration. We can tell if a person full of crap, and we can tell if a person got confidence. It can be a great person, but if you don't have no confidence, no belief in what you're doing, and that all starts with this, guess what? Ain't nobody gonna do business with you. Actually, my friend Shane McKnight is on here, and he's always talking about mindset. I mean, one of the things that he always messed with me about is when I said I'm thinking about it, or we're gonna try that try, man. And he'd be like, "Troy, you got to forget about try. It's all about do." But that all starts with the mindset. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, if people can get this right, they can accomplish whatever they want to accomplish in life. That's the biggest challenge. And but me, Justin, if a person is really wanting to make change, if a person is really wanting to do something for themselves, bro, I'm here to help them. And help them make that shift, by giving them the right information, the right books to read, the right CDs, the right stuff to listen to help them make the shift up here where they can start really making some things happen for themselves. And I know you the same way. And guys, I've been meaning to say this. Like I said, if you're not connected with Justin, look him up on Facebook. Shoot him a message. You know what I'm saying? Man, he can help you guys out, man, and start following him. You'll see, if you want to learn the blueprint to marketing on Facebook and increasing your engagements, but not only increasing your engagement, getting people reaching out, raising their hand, wanting to know what you're doing. Hey, follow this guy.
I appreciate that. It's funny because you said I try, right? If you go to YouTube and you look up Tony Robbins belief, that's all you got to put in those keywords. Tony Robbins belief. There's a 10-minute video where he talks about this, and it's kind of what I was talking about earlier about the thoughts create the feelings and all that. Anyways, he said he wrote out the Holy Grail. He said if you start with potential, most people have like potential, right? And then if they believe in that potential enough, they'll tap into the actions, which will get the results and continue to feed the belief. That's why, the excuse, the poor get poorer and the rich get richer, right? So it's like, if you say, well, I'm going to try to do this, deep inside the belief is, I don't know if I'm going to do it really, right? So then you don't really get to tap into your potential. Because you're not tapping potential, you're not going to take the right actions. You're not going to get the results. And what are you going to do to your belief? You're going to say, I knew this wasn't going to work. See, Troy, I told you, man. I told you I was going to try it. I knew it wasn't going to work. But when you have that full belief of certainty and you said, nah, I got this, and we're going to make this work, Now you're tapping into your full potential, and then you're taking the right actions and getting the results. And he painted the picture of Roger Bannister, right? Who was the first person to run a mile in 4 minutes. Check this out. That barrier never was done for decades. For decades. Now, what did Roger do different? Did he train different? Did he train harder? Nope. He just believed. And he kept on visualizing his success and everything. Well, because of that, his mind, basically kicked in his potential and made his body pull it through. Well, right after that, everybody started breaking the mile within 4 minutes because somebody did it and it set in the belief in everybody. So nobody was training harder. Nobody was taking like different types of steroids or eating Wheaties. You know what I mean? They had the belief and they made it happen, man. It's all mindset.
Well, it's powerful. I mean, that's why, you've been in network marketing, and I know you still mess with it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's why conventions are so powerful.
Yeah. Oh,
because when you see somebody else walk across that stage and they hit the top rank, that builds the belief in you. If you're involved in something or doing anything, I don't care if you're selling something. If nobody never sold it, it's hard to sell. But if somebody sells it and you see that they sold it, man, it does something to your belief. You know what I'm saying? Because it all boils around to that, guys. And me, I'm just like Justin. When I set my mind to it, even though I might be trying to do something nobody else never did before in business, it can still be done if you believe you can do it. Just like the example with the mile in 4 minutes.
Yep.
So that's what we want. The night has been awesome, guys, because we've really been trying to work on you guys developing the right mindset and the right belief. I see my friend Leo on here. What's up, Leo? And that's the key. So whatever you believe, you can accomplish. Like me, and I know like Justin, because we entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, we believe we control our own economy.
Yep.
I mean, truly.
Yeah. Well,
we don't. Go ahead, Justin.
I was just saying, hey, your business. When the day that you say I'm going to join a business or I'm going to become an entrepreneur, and then you all of a sudden take responsibility for every single thing, that's the day you'll be successful.
Wow.
That's the day you'll be successful. Take responsibility for everything. Like if your website is not good or anything, it's all your fault because you have what it takes. But if you change and you look at your results and take responsibility for that, I don't care about all this crap about, Facebook changed their algorithm today. Who cares? The principles are still the same. If you have a way to get inside a messenger and connect with people, then I don't care about an algorithm change. No. I mean, Instagram, none of my posts get seen on Instagram, but guess what? I can send somebody a DM and they get it.
I send DMs every day on Instagram and I'm connecting with people.
So principles are still the same. So you got to take the responsibility, man. And that's the whole thing. Some people sit there and say, well, Twitter could crash today, so you need to get on YouTube. Who cares what you're on? If you're not giving value, solving problems, connecting with people, I'm telling you, you're just not going to be successful. And it all starts with the right mindset. It's everything that we've been talking about tonight. Troy, I really think if anybody really watched this from beginning to end and just really applied it, they could be successful.
Yeah, I truly do. I truly believe they can too, Justin. I think if they watch this and they applied this over the next 30 to 60 days, they can see a drastic change, not only in their life, in their business, because mindset works with anything. We're going to wrap it up, but one of my friends was looking for a job. And he took the same principles that we take in business, right? With the mindset. And man, he had about 6 people reach out to him. And he had 6 interviews just like that all at the same time. So he now we're talking about something else, but it all started here. He got to choose which job he wanted to take. When most people looking for a job, they can't get one opportunity. You see what I'm saying? But it all starts with this, guys. So Justin, man, if it's somebody in business right now and they was really trying to make that shift, they was trying to take their life, their business to a whole nother level. If you can leave them one tip, what would that tip be?
Golly, man, that's so hard, man. To live with one tip, that's so hard. I hate to sound like a dead horse, but it really would be change your mindset and start with your thoughts. So you need to become aware of what you're telling yourself each and every day. One of the best things that I got, you know what? If you want me to leave you something, I'll give you something that nobody will probably ever say on the show. But anyways, it's called a life script. And what that is basically you take some time, about 5 minutes, and you write down affirmations, right, of the thoughts that you want to entertain, right? Like, I'm so successful. Not those generic ones, but you can say, I find my ideal client each and every day. I enroll 2 people into my business every single week, right? Whatever affirmations you want, and I don't care however many you want to put on a piece of paper. Then you go download an app called Voice Recorder, and then you speak to yourself in that app. And then every morning and every night, you just you put it on loop, and you just listen to it for about 20 minutes, because that's where it's all going to start. If I could leave you with anything, if you just did the life script, you would win. Why? Because if you think about an actor, and this is why we call it a life script, if you think about an actor studying for a role, he has to become that person. Now, the more he can become, or she can become that person that they're acting as, how much more successful is that movie going to be? Like, I mean, for me, when I saw Jamie Foxx do the movie Ray Charles, man, I thought he was Ray Charles. You know what I mean? I fell in love with that movie. I was attached to it. I loved Ray Charles' story. Jamie Foxx had me like in tears because he played that role so well. So what I'm just trying to leave with you, I'll wrap it up. You have an ideal image of who you want to be. You already know it. You don't need me or Troy to tell you. But the problem is you got to start believing it. So become aware of your thoughts and play that life script every morning and every night until you actually become that person.
Guys, we're going to wrap this up. And what Justin just told you was really, really powerful, because what happens is a lot of you people is going to go over you. It taps into your subconscious mind.
He said it. He said it, baby. He said it. Yes.
That programming is deep. I mean, just like I had Dr. Breakthrough on her last night. It's all them limited thoughts from the past. Your parents telling you no. You know, your friends laughing at you. People telling you can't accomplish stuff. So when you start doing what he just said and plug that in and listen to it, it's reprogramming this.
Can I say one more thing, because you just brought it up? Think about this. Now, you know, a lot of people, they don't want to be millionaires. I get that. But millionaires is just easy to understand, right? Now, think of all the millionaires out there. There's dumb millionaires, there's smart, there's beautiful, there's ugly, there's whatever, right? What is the only thing they have in common? All of them, besides the $1 million. It's the self-image. They're so self-confident either in them and what they do or what they provide to the people. It's confidence, man. It's the self-image. It's the paradigm that we have in our subconscious mind, man.
Hey, Justin,
that's it.
I really appreciate your time, bro. Once again, guys, man, go connect with Justin. I mean, really, this guy got some powerful information. If you want to learn how to do some Facebook marketing the right way. Also, guys, man, if you listen to this all the way through, it will change your life. With that, Justin, brother, you have a good night and God bless.
You too, man. Appreciate it, man.
All right, no problem, man.
Take care.
Yep.